Hello everybody and welcome to a thing. There we go. I'm out on a bike ride and I got off to walk for a bit. Sun. And I had an idea while watching Game Grumps episode the other day. I don't watch all this stuff, but you know, every once in a while it's good when you just need to have stuff in the background like draw or whatever. And they were talking about the fourth dimension and everything. I'm sure a lot of you saw the episode. And they're talking about how a two-dimensional being would see things through one dimension, i.e. a line, and it would either be a line or not a line, or a line or a broken line, etc., etc. And let's take it one step further. Let's talk about first dimension stuff. So, first off, let's just recap. A third dimension object is a box. Second dimension object is a square. Actually, let me go put that back on. There's a lot of wind, so I probably am making a lot of noise, but it's worth it. Second dimension object is square. First dimension object is a line. Zero dimensional object is a point. Yes, there are zero dimensional objects. Everything is made up of points. So it's funny, when you stack an infinite amount of points on top of each other, you get a line which has length, even though points don't. It's a funny thing I made up, I thought up a while ago. And, so, you know, you stack a bunch of lines that have no width, and you get a square. You stack a bunch of squares that have no height, and you get a box. Funny little thing. It's not completely accurate, but it's fun. So, how would a one-dimensional object see things? So a one-dimensional object would just be a line. How would it see its world? Obviously not through any kind of cognitive processing, but we'll forget all that. They would see the world through points. Point or not a point. Very similar to a second-dimensional being seeing things through lines. It would see things in binary, which is funny. So a zero-dimensional being, zero-dimensional data is binary, and one-dimensional data is linear. It's weird. There's also a lot of wind. Oh, I love this place. You're gonna miss it. In terms of the nature, everything else can go suck a dick. But yeah, it's not that bad. My school is very half-assed in terms of being bad. Here comes the car. Okay, so let's talk about something fun. So, fourth dimensional object is, you know, people say that the fourth dimension is time. I used to be very skeptic about that because I hated time. When I was younger, I used to always say that time wasn't a dimension. I used to say that time was just a concept that humans made up. You know, that, no, there's, you know, when you have a stopwatch on the planet's surface and a stopwatch in orbit, that they turn at different times. I would say, no, they don't turn at different times. They just turn slower. It just takes more time. It just, the rate, no, that uses time too. What did I say? I had a term for this. Basically, I would say, oh, just the matter of the cranks and the gears and everything just are at a different level. You know, they turn out a different whatever. But I think I've given up, and I think that, turn in the middle of the road. I think that it does make a little sense that time is fourth dimension. And I think, as silly as it sounds, I think Interstellar kind of showed me that a bit. Because I realized that, you know, what's the difference? How can you tell the difference between two lines? Two identical lines, how do you tell one line is line A, one line is line B? How do you tell the difference? Well, you need to put them on a two-dimensional plane and separate them and see the distance between each other and in what direction. How do you tell the difference between a one-dimensional object, a point? Tell where along a certain line it is, or along many lines. How do you tell the difference between two three-dimensional objects? Well, we say, oh, we just look and it's there and it's there. You know, we say that, oh, in 3 dimensions, we don't need a 4th dimension to know the difference between 2 objects. But that's not what I'm talking about. Because if we have a 10 segment long line, a line that's 10 length, and we have 2 of those, and we have a point on section 2 of each of those lines, the lines are completely identical in a 2-dimensional space. Completely identical. Unless you had, like, let's just say they're identical. What happens is, when you say that there's a box to your left and a box to your right, that's not thinking about it perfectly. The right way to think about this is if you have 2 identical rooms with a box in the far left corner of the room. You have 2 of these rooms and 1 box in each room in the same place. And then you have cameras in that corner of the room looking at the box in the corner. But looking at the whole room and the box is in the corner. And you have 2 camera feeds looking at the exact same style room with the exact same style box in the exact same place with the exact same camera positioning. We as 3-dimensional beings can't tell the difference between the 2 camera feeds. We could say that's 2 rooms, or we could say that's the same room, because they very well could have just duplicated the feed, and then you can make us think that there are 2 rooms, even though there's only 1. And we couldn't prove ourselves that unless we went to the actual rooms, put something in one room, and then looked at the feed and checked the other room. And even then, there are some cases that are solar flare. Some halo action going on. But I think that's a really cool idea. Of course I do. It's my idea. So how do you tell the difference between the boxes? Well, you need a 4th dimension. You need a distance to tell between these 2 boxes. Now, it's not particularly time, because it's not that 1 box is in the future, 1 box is in the past. Well, it could be. But you need a way to tell the difference between 2 rooms without knowing everything around them. Because, yeah, you could just say, oh, you can tell the difference between 2 lines in a 1-dimensional plane by having 1 line be in front of you and 1 line be 20 segments down in front of you. But in a 1-dimensional space, you can't walk over that line and see that. With the native thinking, it doesn't work that way. They would be 2 different lines. Like, if the entire 1-dimensional space existed on 1 line with a number system 1 to 100, that was the entire universe, then if you had the point further along the line, it wouldn't be the same point. So we have to make our entire universe be these 2 rooms and have the box be in the exact same place in these 2 rooms. So that you can't just say, oh, that's in the left corridor of the facility and that's in the right corridor of the facility. You need to really immerse yourself in the 3rd dimension. So how do you tell the difference between them? I don't fucking know. How do you tell the difference without just getting a top-down view and saying the box is there, the box is there? And it's not time, because they exist in the same point in time. So how do you tell the difference between 2 boxes? You tell me. I want to hear what you guys think about this. The few people that watch these. Hopefully more in the future. Hopefully I can send this to some kids when I go to Plattsburgh Plattsburgh. It probably is a town. Plattsburgh in a few days. I'll send them this video, and we'll see if they can find out the way to tell the 2 boxes apart. Maybe you have to go to a 5th dimension. But 2 boxes in 2 different places, but in rooms. We don't care about where the rooms are, we care about where the boxes are in the room. And you have 2 camera feeds, and it looks like the exact same feed. How do you tell with a higher dimensional thinking the distance between the 2 boxes in the 2 different rooms? I lost myself in my own theoretical. Good luck! This has been a NotAVlog. This has not been a vlog. I'm not a vlogger. # not a vlog. Goodbye, everybody, and I will be in college next time you see me. Maybe, unless I get another idea in the next few days. God, I need to stop looking at the screen. I need to start looking at the camera. Oh well. Bye. Look at this fucking place. It's fucking beautiful. Whoa. Sorry for making y'all puke. Goodbye, everybody. No, oh, I might be making a Golden Sun Let's Play. Don't know whether to do GBA or DS.